My mental health during primary school days wasn't really the best, right? I was 14 years old. The pandemic had just ended, and they threw us, the people that were just completely relaxed, the teenagers who literally went from scrolling for hours on end, not even like being on the classes, but still watching videos in the background or just playing video games, and threw us back into the education system. And they expected us to have the best results ever possible. They expected us to just completely dominate school, just like if nothing had happened. But when you take depressed and sometimes even suicidal 14-year-olds who basically spent the last year basically being 70% just at home, barely doing the homework, well, we still did it, of course, but it took us way longer and it was way harder. And we rather spend that time on social media and on video games, just like I had mentioned. And we just came from school and we just came back from our distant education and our primary school days were slowly coming to an end. And we were supposed to pick a middle school that we were gonna attend to for the next 4 years of our lives in the education system. And yeah, when it came to choosing the middle schools, I chose these two very prestigious, or at least I thought at that time, two schools that I knew that I could make it to them. But of course, the teachers, especially the ones that had me for math and for my mother tongue, they saw my grades and they were like, "Are you sure, TR? But, go and pick some kind of a lower ranking school, would you?" And yeah, that was true, indeed. I had really bad grades and my mental health wasn't really the best. And yeah, my classmates also agreed with them. And so yeah, I internalized that belief and I failed one of the most important tests that can ever happen to you in this universe. Young, timeless Vidar, who wasn't strong mentally, completely succumbed to the strongest life test that can truly destroy you for years to come. And I was completely fucked up. I not only fucked up the task itself, but I fucked up my future for the next 2 years. Because let me tell you, my mental health at that time was completely in ruins. And anything that a authority figure would tell me, I would instantly internalize it as a true. And in the end, it did become true. When finally the two most important exams that came that would determine who would go to what middle school, I scored really lowly. And yeah, that indeed became a reality, that truth that I engraved into my subconscious mind. And I went into another middle school that I don't want to say it was worse, but yeah, it's still good enough. And now that I even hear stories about how people complain about the two prestigious middle schools that I wanted to go into, yeah, I don't regret it a single bit. Of course, for every single one of us, God has picked a perfect plan for us, right? But what matters is, what path do we choose? What kind of mental attitude do we choose to adapt? Because based on those truths that we hold in our subconscious mind, based on the beliefs, the thoughts, the identity that we hold about ourselves, the emotions, the emotionally charged beliefs that we have about ourselves, based on these five things and the truths that we have engraved in our subconscious mind, based on all of these, the universe will create the perfect reality for us. So if you believe that you cannot make it to that middle school, you won't. If you don't believe that you cannot do your driving license because the theory is way too hard to learn, then you won't. If you don't believe that affiliate marketing will work out for you, then it won't. If you don't believe that don't if you do believe, sorry, that if you don't go to the gym 5 times per week, that you won't make any significant muscle gain, then you won't. What is the first law of the universe? The universe is entirely mental, and that is exactly the biggest life test that I failed to overcome back in the day. Back in the day, my mental health was completely in shambles, and I had even no idea about just how powerful your subconscious mind is. because you need to realize that our physical realm, everything that you can see around yourself, is just a cause. It is something that was formed as an idea inside someone's head. And that idea of me going to a worse school because that fat ass teacher told me that I was not gonna make it, indeed became a reality. And here I am. And I'm not complaining. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised with the school. And yeah, it's a good substitute for now. And I really like it. But yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say. This is the way that they can control you. Because why should they hold you somewhere physically when they can literally just change your subconscious mind and the truths that you hold inside of it? And then you start to think and you start to attract that reality. And then you'll get fucked over and over and over again. Because if you do believe that you're bad at math, if you aren't delusional enough to think to yourself, I am really good at math, I am a math god, I can literally solve any kind of problem. If you don't repeat these kinds of affirmations to yourself and you know that they will work for you, then you will not make it. They will just let you stay in that reality forever and ever. You can try to learn as much theory as possible. You can practice how many times you want, but it all begins in your mind. It all begins by altering your subconscious mind and the codes that are inside of it. It all begins just by replacing the negative truths with positive ones. And that is exactly what I failed to do back then. And the universe constructed a perfect path for me to walk on when it came to attracting that desired reality. Because your mind cannot distinguish between bad and good, right? Yeah, bad and good, hot and cold. All of these polar opposites that you can think of from the top of your mind. Sweet and sour, I don't care. Salty and bitter, I don't care. It can be truly just any kind of polarity, masculine and feminine. All of these are just illusions of our third dimensional realm. Because all of these are just the same energy, but they have a different rate of vibration. Meaning that if you just accept that belief, reality is not going to look at it and say to you, oh no, this is bad, we're not going to create this for you. But it will just say to itself, oh, this is the reality that you want, this is the reality that you accepted into your subconscious mind, this is what you believe will happen. Alright, here you go. And it will materialize. And then you'll be in the negative feedback loop forever and forever. Because your ego will get reinforced by all of the negative causes that have been happening, and it will be in the right cycle. Basically, it will think to itself, see, I knew it would happen. I was so right. The truth was reinforced. And that will continue forever and forever and forever. But let me tell you, the most successful people knew something very interesting. Every single one of them, whether it was some kind of a president, whether it was some kind of a lottery winner, whether it was just anyone who was at least slightly more successful in their lives, was the kind of person that knew to be delusional, the kind of person that knew that they are the god of their own reality. And this is how those sons of bitches control you. They put you into the state of perpetual feedback loop, and they don't make you rely on eyesight. No, they make you rely on your eyesight instead of your mind sight. Because how does it make sense to change an effect by changing an effect? That does not make sense. You must go to the cause, which is your mind. They they literally took your God-given birthright when it came to altering your reality based on your emotions, your thoughts, your identity, your beliefs, your emotionally charged beliefs. All of these things, if they can just alter all of these for you, then they can control you forever. They will keep you in the fucking cycle of just going to a university, getting a degree, working for 40 years straight, then having a shitty kid with some low ass wife who doesn't even love you, and then retiring for 15 years where you will rot, you'll get cancer, or I don't know, diabetes or something like that, and then you will just die. They just want to keep you in this cycle so that they can exploit you as much as possible. But until you just realize that you have the power over your reality, just think about it. Whenever, I guarantee to you that you at least experience this at least once in your life. Let's say that you were thinking about someone and then the person called you. Let's say that you really had an idea that you were gonna meet someone on the bus and you just did. It's like they spawned out of existence. That's right. With enough emotional conviction and with enough repetition, so with enough reinforcement, any kind of truth that you hold inside of your subconscious mind will inevitably become a reality. It's even said in the Bible. I don't know, I don't exactly remember the verse or where it came from. I'm just gonna paraphrase it. Basically, some dudes asked Jesus Christ, so like how to make miracles or something like that. I know I'm really butchering it, but like, say with me, it will all make sense. And Jesus looked at them and said, "Why are you asking me? Isn't it written in your law? You are gods." And that is exactly the truth. You see, each and every single one of us has God inside of us, right? The infinite intelligence is inside of all of us. You can imagine it as a water bottle. All of us have water inside of us, but on the outside, we have different labels, different physical forms, different egos, different brains, different DNA, you understand? Meaning that all of us are just aspects of God, and we create our own realities based on what we think about it. So, if you just rely on your eyes to keep that, just continue to reinforce the negative beliefs that you hold inside of you. And keep in mind, your eyes don't even see, they just collect electromagnetic signals and they send it to your brain. And then an image is processed of what it thinks it is seeing. So, your senses can be completely fucking you over, and you wouldn't even know it. It all comes back to your mental health and becoming stronger mentally. That's what you need. You need to be delusional, and you need to literally look the elites in their eyes and said, "No, I am successful. No, I am making $10,000 per month. No, I am truly becoming successful every single day. I am God of my reality, and you cannot change that." And eventually, that will become a truth that will get perpetuated, that will get noticed by the universe, and that would eventually become a reality. And all of those will materialize in one way or the other. The universe will then construct a perfect path for you to walk on when it comes to people, when it comes to timings, when it comes to circumstances, when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to anything. You understand? And then you can use your eyes, your ears, and all of your other senses to perpetuate that positive cycle of reinforcing the beliefs that you truly want there to be, that you truly wish, and that you truly know that will benefit you for the long term, instead of these that the elites made you forget that you have the birthright to alter your reality based on your delusion. God isn't some kind of a personality in the sky. He is everywhere. But that is a whole topic in on itself. You have him inside of you. That's why whenever you meditate, you get the best ideas possible. Because because they come directly from him, and he is the source of infinite knowledge. He has the answers to any kind of problem out there. And that's why you need to think from mind side. He will give you everything that you need. All you need to do is just know that desired reality will truly materialize and become a truth. So you need to have some discipline that you level up each and every single day through, for example, making your bed or small tasks like those. And for example, what is there? You need to also level up your productivity, your mindfulness, your willpower to resist the urges of believing your eyes, your ears, and getting angry from the negative results that you don't want to see. But at the end of the day, you just need to realize that everything in this universe is perfect, and it will always perpetuate you towards your desired reality. What matters is your outlook and the mental attitude that you use. If that you determine based on if it is truly helping you to get into your desired reality or not. All you need to change is your point of view, your mindset, and the way that you look at reality. You must look at reality as slowly taking you where you want to be. It's like taking every single loss as a win. That will truly help you with attracting it, because you know it puts you on the right path, for example. Okay? So don't let those elites control you any longer. Break those shitty self-limiting beliefs, and let me tell you, you will become stronger mentally just so fucking fast, like you won't even believe it. If you want to learn about healthy mindsets that will guarantee you success in the long term and in the short term by mending your mental health and bring you on the right path, no matter what, no matter the life test, no matter the goal, then I highly suggest you should go check out Timeless Reader's Mindsets in the description. It is truly something life changing, and you would be an absolute fool to miss out, especially with the discounts that is happening over there right now. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you